In this video, we are going to understand the implementation of the quicksort. The program says sort a given set of integer elements using quicksort method and computes its time complexity. Run the program for varied values of n greater than 5000 and record the time taken to sort. Plot a graph of time taken values on a graph sheet. The elements can be read from a file or can be generated from using random number generator. Demonstrate using Java how divide and conquer methods works along with its time complexity analysis, worst case, average case and best cases. See, all of you know the concept of divide and conquer. We'll actually divide the main problem into sub problems and then find out the solution and then merge back to get the solution for the given problem. See, here is the algorithm. So it says first lesser than L is lesser than R. So you make the partitions of the given array and will apply a quicksort for the left part and the right part, and again I'll go for this partition until I'll reach to the single elements, so that I can sort those elements. So algorithm partition is this, and the program is to use the class called public class by the name quicksort1. So it reads 5000 because the question asks there more than 5000. Okay, if you use up to 5000 also is not a problem. And there is a quicksort class, the function, you can say public static void quicksort is a function which does the quicksort methods. So here I'm using same logic. Here you can see the mid will give us the partition value unless the low is becomes more than high or equal to high, this if loop conditions, and then the actual partition is this. What I will do is I will divide the partitions given array into two halves each time when you call this partition. The main function what we are using, so we are calling some println statements. So display some quicksort program, enter the number of elements you want, and in this case I am using a number, so it indicates the range, how many numbers you want, say 2000, 3000 or 5000, how many numbers you want to sort, that is defined by number. And in the question they have given the option as I can give the random numbers from a stored file or by random number generation. So I am using a random number generator function. So it will create, for example, if you use 2000 up to 2000, it will give generate the numbers, and random next integer 6000 plus 1, that means the values range up to 6000. You can have 5000 plus also, the values, I am telling the values, not the range, right? Within the 6000 you can get the values, and that values will be, the numbers will be 2000 different numbers will get of range 0 to 6000 values, right? And you will first print the numbers, random numbers, and then we start beginning the system time to measure the time taken to sort, and then we call the quicksort, and then we end after the termination of this quicksort statement. We will stop counting the time. So that is the end time. So the end time minus the start time will be our time taken for quicksort. It will be in nano times, that means nanoseconds will be there, and the time units will be in nanoseconds, right? That's why the total time will be of end minus begin. So you should print the total time and the sorted elements here. The sorted element we print here after this. We are using the same array for both storing the input random values and sorted values also. We can give the sample random numbers. Let us try to execute this program, or you can execute it. I'll open a terminal. I will use ls. Yes, I have already created a program with the name quicksart1.java. Let us open this. You need to use the same name as quicksart1.java because we have made the class as public. In previous cases, up to the third program, we didn't use the public class concept. That's why if you give any name for the program, it was accepting. But for this program, you should compulsorily save your program in the name quicksart1.java or any name what you give for the class name. Where in the public class, so I have given see here what the name I given for this public class. This name you should give for the file name to store the file, the program. I will save it, right? The same thing here, and then I'll close. I'll compile it. Java C quicksart Java. You can see here, before compiling there is only one Java file, and after compiling we got two files. One is the original quicksart Java, and then another one is called class file. We need to execute by using the class file quicksart1. Don't give any extension, Java quicksart1. Here is give the output like this: quicksart program. Please enter the number of elements you want to sort and then press enter. So I will give 2500 first and enter. So this is how you can get the numbers. You can see the range. It went to 5371 or 5. Yes, the maximum 572. I'm getting the maximum. Of course, it may be vary up to 6000. This was the range I'm telling you. The 5800 here. But the count will be only 2500, right? And this will be our complexity analysis. Beginning time of a quicksart is this, and end is this, and the difference is this. You should make out a note on the running time out of quicksart for 2500 elements. What is the number? And then give 3000 or 3500 elements. Again you execute this and again make out and make a difference between that, right? And moreover, you should see, are you getting the random numbers, and also are you getting the sorted elements. The sorted elements in the set, it will be in non-decreasing order. Sorted elements will be in non-decreasing order. That means the elements may be repeated, but you will not get a decreased value. Say suppose if you have 37, after this you will not find 36 itself. That's the meaning of non-decreasing value. It may be repeated. You can say 37 can be appeared 2 times. Here also 17 can appear 2 times. 78 can be appear 2 times. 127 may appear 2 times. But after 127, you should not get 126 here. That's the meaning of non-decreasing order. You should first identify, then only you should identify, make a note of quicksart. Sometimes what happens is because of your logic mistake, the list may not be sorted. Please make sure that your list is sorted and then you go for making note of the time. Let us try with one more value. This time I will give 3500. Let us check what is the values we got. See here, it was 13 some points for 2500. It is increased now 15. Obviously, when you increase the number of elements, the time taken will be a little bit more. So this is how you can execute the fourth program, that is a quicksort program.